What up, YouTube? We're back again with a 2001 YZF 426. No, I didn't get this wrong. This was the early 2000s, the late 90s when Yamaha made a 426 four-stroke motorcycle. I don't know why they did that, but it was a sweet motorcycle. Basically a 450, but it was a 426 with a Recluse clutch. It was a 2001. I believe that was the last year they made it. It was a tank of a bike, but it has a lot of, it had like valve issues a lot of people have. It's real hard to start. On this trip was with all my boys. We went up to the Blue Mountain Lookout, which is a super place near Missoula, Montana. So the Blue Mountain Lookout, it's a lookout for the fires and whatnot, the Lolo Fire Service. This is just looking over the Lolo Valley kind of there, looking south from Missoula. So there's a little bit of snow biking. On that last trip, though, my buddies ended up. The video is going on right now, but it won't play. I'm gonna have to take it out. But I ended up stuck at the bottom of this ravine because I went on one of those side hills and I just crashed off the side of the mountain. And my buddies, they just didn't see me. They're like, "Wow, it must have been fast." Made it all the way back to the truck, and then they get back to the truck and my buddy, oh, here it is. I was down at the bottom of a ravine.
Wow, good job,
being
guys.
pulled by a three-wheeler, mobbing around on a three-wheeler. That was my buddy, man. We were snowboarding and stuff. That was a great time. I was following him most of the time on my bike. That was hilarious. But on the way back from this 426 trip, I went off the side of the mountain. My buddies just couldn't help me, and then they couldn't see me, and they called me when they get back to the truck, and I was just freaking out, so I ended up just leaving. And I got pulled out by these old-timey loggers. And one thing I figured out, that was a 2005 YZ450 we had too, that my dad and I ended up riding. We did some cool trips there in Colorado and all types of stuff. We had a lot of fun, and we went to Moab, and we did all sorts of fun trips on those bikes. But I figured out on that thing when I was being yanked up, I ended up trying to I was being pulled up this like near 45-degree face. So it was a steep mountain, and I'm being pulled up it, and I connected it to the handlebars. So like I had to basically try and balance the bike left and right as it was being pulled straight into the mountain. So it ended up pulling my handlebars. And this is me in Moab when I fell down at the bottom of a ravine. I hurt myself, and then lunch in Moab, a little bit of Moab luncheon. And that is the Green River that runs through Moab. A little bit of Moab crawlers and just our bikes in Moab. We bought that. A little bit of fix on that 426. Had nothing, little duct tape won't fix though. We got that 2005 YZ450 from a nice guy in Denver, Colorado, military guy. He sold it to us for like $1,500. It was a good deal. But he hooked us up. He just quit using that. And that 426 I got from my buddies in Montana. One time I didn't know if it was stolen really when I bought it. So there's a sheriff that like came and bugged us for something. But I just went ahead. I'm like, "Hey, could you run this VIN for me?" And the cop's like, "Oh, sure. I've never had somebody ask me to run a VIN. That's funny." And so he ran the VIN for me, and my bike was not stolen. At least not reported stolen. So that was cool. These are a couple mine and this is a new part I bought for my bike, the back brake. But the mines back there are really interesting. So I was actually in the richest square mile at one point in Colorado. It's near like
Daisy's just excellent.
Idaho Springs, and there's a few other small towns around there and stuff. But it's really cool place. I might have crashed in there, but this is going back to Moab, just kind of mixing in these Moab and Colorado pictures. But that place is really cool in Colorado. The richest square mile, even though it was like 2 square miles in Colorado before like the First World War, when they had to close down all the mines and make all the miners go to war or whatever. But they had a really good they had like so many mine, like there's just so many mine tailings. Like back there I was on a mine tailings dump. It was really interesting. And like one of my buddies there, he told me about this road that they lived off of, which was called the Oh My God Road, where apparently it was called the Oh My God Road because this is some camping in Wyoming coming up. That was really fun. apparently it was called the Oh My God Road because President Woodrow Wilson, when he came up, he got drunk the night before, and then they were going up the road, and he couldn't do anything but spew out the side of it, saying, "Oh my God," going the way up. So it got nicknamed the Oh My God Road, but it's just a really narrow road with a lot of turns and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, this was a couple stories about the YZ426 and the stories that went along with it. And he was me pulling my buddy, and that one had a recluse clutch, like it was basically an automatic. You just had to shift the gears. It was super awesome. This is what I looked like when I saw it, and thank you. Let the good times roll.